Welcome, fellow stewards, to a crucial transmission. Look around you. Feel the incessant pull. The demands, the dramas, the divisions. Every day, the world screams for your attention, your emotion, your reaction. It's a relentless torrent of information, fear, desire, and judgment. And for many, this constant bombardment leaves them exhausted, drained, feeling like they're always fighting a battle they can't win. You might feel like you're constantly reacting, constantly triggered, constantly pulled into conflicts that don't serve your highest self. This isn't accidental. This is the design. This is the signature of the Archons, the ancient, unseen forces that feed on human chaos, division, and low-frequency emotional energy. They thrive when you are of the world. But what if I told you there was a master shield, a forgotten strategy proven by the ultimate Gnostic Master himself? That allows you to exist in the world, but not of it? What if I told you that your neutrality is your greatest weapon against these forces? Stick with me, because in this transmission, we are going to deconstruct the mechanical nature of the Matrix and reveal how you can walk through the fire without being burned. The core revelation: Jesus as the ultimate Neutrality Master. For 2 millennia, the true teachings of Jesus have been inverted, packaged, and sold as a religion designed to control. But when you strip away the dogma, the rituals, and the institutions, you find the purest blueprint for spiritual warfare. Jesus wasn't just a teacher, he was a strategic genius, an expert in energetic warfare. He didn't fight the Roman Empire directly, he didn't call for political revolution in the traditional sense. His revolution was far more insidious, far more potent. He practiced radical, absolute neutrality. His famous teaching, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's," wasn't just about taxes. It was a declaration of energetic sovereignty. It was the ultimate master shield. It showed how to navigate a corrupt, Archon-controlled system without becoming contaminated by it, without feeding it your precious life force. He was acknowledging that the physical realm has its rules, its currencies, and its structures, but your essence, your Gnosis, belongs to a higher jurisdiction. By giving the system the coins it demanded, he denied it the right to claim his spirit. He rendered the system irrelevant by paying the entry fee and then completely disengaging his internal emotional state from its outcomes. Deconstructing in the world, but not of it. What does it truly mean to be in the world but not of it? It does not mean isolation. It does not mean apathy. It means conscious, deliberate disengagement from the energetic harvest. Think of it like this: the Matrix is a massive energetic farm. The Archons are the farmers. They don't care if you're happy or sad, angry or joyous, as long as your emotion is intense and reactive. When you are of the world, you are plugged into their grid. You're consuming their narrative, reacting to their provocations, feeding them your anger, your fear, your indignation, your desperate hope. Before we go deeper into the mechanics of the harvest, I want to ask you a question for engagement. Can you recall a moment in the last 48 hours where you felt your energy being siphoned by a drama or a headline that ultimately had nothing to do with your life? Right, I see the harvest in the comments if you felt that pull. Jesus understood this farm dynamic perfectly. He walked among the sick, the sinners, the oppressors, and the oppressed. He engaged, he healed, he taught. But he never became those things. He never allowed the external chaos to infiltrate his internal kingdom. He remained an unmoving, perfectly neutral observer, radiating a frequency the Archons could not parse, could not corrupt, and could not feed upon. To be in the world is to acknowledge the physical reality, to be not of it is to realize that your source of power is located in a dimension that is non-local and non-reactive. The Archon's game: duality and division. The Archon's primary tool is duality. Good versus evil. Left versus right. Us versus them. Black versus white. Rich versus poor. They create these polarities, then they prod you to pick a side. Because once you pick a side, you are emotionally invested. You are reacting. You are feeding the machine. This is the divide and rule tactic applied to the soul. If they can get you to hate your neighbor over a political ideology or a medical status, they have successfully harvested your frequency. Jesus consistently transcended these dualities. He didn't condemn the sinners in the way the Pharisees did. He didn't take up arms against the Romans. He didn't get caught in the political debates of his time. He spoke of a kingdom not of this world, a dimension of being where these dualities simply do not exist. His message was always unity, always sovereignty, always the internal knowing that bypassed the external game. His neutrality was an active, conscious choice to refuse participation in the Archon's emotional harvest. He understood that to fight the system using the system's own tools, hatred, violence, and division only makes the system stronger. If this transmission is helping you see the unseen walls of the Matrix, then my mission is being fulfilled. We are building a tribe of stewards who no longer play the Archon's game. If you want more of these deep dive Gnostic strategies to reclaim your sovereignty, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We are pushing toward 800 subscribers, and every single one of you represents a frequency holder that the system can no longer track. Now, let's get back to the Master Shield. Neutrality as a survival tool, protecting your life force. So, how does this translate to your survival today? Your energy, your attention, your emotional well-being, these are your most precious resources. The Archons want them. Neutrality is your Master Shield, a practical tool for daily living. Let's break down the layers of the shield. 1. Observational detachment. Instead of reacting to every news headline, every social media comment, every family drama, practice observing it. Imagine you are a scientist watching a storm through a reinforced glass window. You see the lightning, you hear the thunder, but you are dry and safe. See the drama for what it is, a game designed to pull you in. Interesting, you say to yourself, but not mine to own. 2. Emotional filtering. Learn to identify when an emotion isn't genuinely yours. Is it a collective fear? A programmed anger? We live in an emotional soup. If you walk into a room and suddenly feel anxious for no reason, that is a signal, not a feeling. If it serves no purpose other than to drain you, consciously release it. Don't suppress it, but don't feed it. Suppression is a form of attachment. Neutrality is letting it pass through like wind through a screen door. 3. The Caesars versus Gods principle. This is the ultimate survival hack. Engage with the world's systems when necessary, pay your bills, follow the rules of the road, handle your physical responsibilities but never give them your soul, your inner authority, or your life force. Their demands are purely external. Treat the Matrix like a video game. You follow the game's mechanics to move through the levels, but you never forget that you are the player outside the screen. Your true treasures are internal. 4. Refusal to engage in duality traps. When confronted with arguments designed to polarize, refuse to pick a side. You don't have to have an opinion on everything. In fact, your lack of an opinion is a direct threat to the Archon control grid. State your truth calmly if you must, or simply observe. You don't need to win the argument, you need to protect your energetic field. The moment you try to convince someone who is deep in the Matrix, you have already lost your neutrality. 5. Cultivate inner stillness. This is the bedrock. Through meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in the jungle or nature, you strengthen your connection to the calm, unshakable center within you. This is the 0 point. This is the frequency the Archons cannot touch because it has no ridges for them to grab. It is perfectly smooth. The power of the unseen. Why neutrality defeats Archons. Why is neutrality such a threat to the Archons? Because they are parasitic. They cannot create energy, they can only siphon it. When you are neutral, you become energetically invisible to them. You are no longer broadcasting a signal they can lock onto. Imagine a fishing net being dragged through the water. It catches the fish that thrash, struggle, and fight against the mesh. A fish that remains perfectly still, centered and calm, allowing the net to pass over it, avoids capture entirely. Your stillness, your neutrality, makes you spiritually undetectable to their harvest mechanisms. The Archons are looking for spikes in the energetic field, spikes of fear, spikes of lust, spikes of rage. When you maintain a level, neutral frequency, you disappear from their radar. Jesus, through his unwavering neutrality, denied the Archons a foothold. He presented no hooks for them to latch onto. He was completely sovereign in his energetic field. This is why they couldn't truly defeat him. They could crucify his physical body, which is just a garment of the Matrix anyway, but his essence, his message, his frequency, remained untainted. He defeated the world by refusing to be defined by it. Practical application. Your daily Master Shield practice. Let's get practical. You are going to wake up tomorrow and the Matrix is going to try to hook you before you even get out of bed. How do you integrate this Master Shield into your daily life? The morning ritual. Before you touch your phone, the Archon's primary siphoning tool, spend 10 minutes in stillness. Declare your energetic sovereignty. State clearly, I am in the world, but not of it. My energy is my own, and I render no life force to the harvest. The emotional barometer. Throughout your day, check your internal weather. If you feel triggered, ask, who is feeding right now? If you find yourself in a heated debate, realize that the Archon is sitting on the shoulder of both parties, waiting for the sparks to fly. Stop. Breathe. Become neutral. Conscious consumption. Stop grazing on the fear porn of the 24-hour news cycle. Be mindful of the media you consume. Does it empower your Gnosis, or does it keep you in a state of waiting for the next disaster? Choose the frequency you live in. The mouth shut principle. Silence is a superpower. Sometimes, the most powerful act of neutrality is simply to remain silent when others are trying to draw you into their drama. Your silence is a shield that reflects their chaos back to the source. Physical grounding. The matrix is a digital/ethereal construct. The earth is a divine, organic creation. Walk barefoot. Touch a tree. Connect with the organic life stream. This anchors your energy in the real world and makes you less susceptible to the artificial energetic siphoning of the archonic grid. The paradox of power. Invisibility is strength. This might sound counterintuitive in a world that demands you stand up and fight. But sometimes, the greatest fight is the one you refuse to join. The greatest power is the one that cannot be touched. We have been programmed to believe that action always means external movement. But the most powerful action you can take is the internal movement toward neutrality. Jesus taught us that the kingdom of heaven is within. When you become sovereign in your inner world, when you cultivate this active, conscious neutrality, you become an energetic force that the Archons cannot comprehend or control. You become a living, breathing paradox, present in the world, yet completely unyoked from its manipulative systems. Your calm, your peace, your unshakable center becomes a beacon for other sovereign souls. You don't have to save the world, you just have to stop feeding the system that enslaves it. Forge your master shield. The truth shall set you free. And the truth is, your freedom begins the moment you consciously choose to detach your energy from the Archon's game. You are the architect of your emotional state. You are the steward of your life force. Are you ready to forge your master shield? Are you ready to claim your energetic sovereignty and walk in the world but not of it? If so, type Master Shield in the comments below. Let's build this collective of invisible, unshakable stewards who the system can no longer harvest. Your journey to true liberation is not about fighting the darkness, it's about radiating a light so pure, so neutral, that the darkness simply cannot find purchase. You are not a battery. You are a sovereign being. Remember, neutrality is invisibility. Invisibility is freedom. Until the next transmission, stay sovereign, stay centered, and protect your precious life force. I am. The shield is forged.